U.S. with, quote, thousands of tons of cocaine.
That's Fox's CB Cotton in New York City. In Florida, Venezuelans celebrate, and Caribbean airspace is hard to get through after the operation.
Hundreds of flights had to be canceled by major carriers because of Saturday's U.S. military action in Venezuela. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy announcing a reopening of that airspace, but it could take a few days for many carriers to get back on schedule regarding numerous flights and a full day's worth of passengers. American Airlines, Delta, United, Frontier Airlines, Spirit Airlines, and JetBlue Airways all observed airspace closures. Paul Stevens, Fox News.
FlightAware says there were hundreds of flights that were delayed and even more that were canceled due to the situation in Venezuela. America's listening to Fox News.
I'm Emily Campagno, and I'm taking you inside the Idaho murders. In Moscow, Idaho, a small college town, one case so violent and heartbreaking shocked the nation. 4 students were found brutally murdered in their off-campus home, prompting a cross-country search for the cold-blooded killer. The Fox True Crime Podcast presents Inside the Idaho Murders. The evidence, the manhunt, the killer, and the victims.
Listen and follow now at foxtruecrime.com. Every weekday, it's your go-to source for staying informed and entertained. The Fox News Primetime Highlights Podcast, offering a curated selection of the most impactful moments of the Ingram Angle, Jesse Waters Primetime, Hannity, and Gutfeld. Listen and follow now so you never miss a moment of the action-packed highlights from these must-watch Fox News Channel shows. Go to foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. America's listening to Fox News.
In Northern California, residents in Marin County are trying to keep a step ahead of floodwaters that are approaching their businesses and homes. Fox TV affiliate KTVU2, San Francisco's Devin Truby has more.
SF Fitness surrounded their business with tarps and dozens of sandbags.
We had the sandbag wall break yesterday, and that got water into the lobby, so we're going to have to refortify that, get some more sandbags. But, you know, we have a lot of great employees that came in and worked on their day off, members that came in and volunteered, so we got a lot of help, a lot of great people.
The gym says they have just some water damage in the lobby, but it's manageable. The king tides on Saturday, breaking many records set back in 1998. According to the National Weather Service, tides were supposed to be 2.5 feet above high tide. Point Reyes, San Francisco, Alameda reporting their highest tide since 1998. Redwood City, Martinez, Richmond reporting their highest on record.
And that rain is expected to continue through Monday. British and French forces are carrying out airstrikes in Syria on ISIS targets. Fox's Stephanie Bennett in London.
The UK Ministry of Defense says careful intelligence analysis identified an underground facility in the mountains north of Palmyra. Officials believe it was storing weapons and explosives, and the area surrounding it was away from civilians. Using guided bombs to target several access tunnels down to the facility, the Ministry of Defense says initial indications show it was a successful mission, and all aircraft returned safely. The French military said the strikes were aimed at preventing the resurgence of the ISIS group as the fight against terrorism remains a priority for France and its partners. Britain and France are part of the U.S.-led coalition that has been fighting ISIS militants for more than a decade.
The strikes taking place after American strikes in Syria last month. Hundreds marched in silence in the Swiss resort town of Crans, Montana, to honor the victims of the New Year's Eve bar fire that killed 40 people. I'm Daria Albinger. This is Fox News.
Well, hello there, Guam. Colonel Sanders here. When it comes to big flavor and real value, nobody does it like KFC. Pot pie, fries, and a drink, $7.50. Wow! The best chicken sandwich on Guam with fries and a drink, $7.50. Wow! Crispy chicken strips, side and a drink, $7.50. Wow! That's wow! $7.50 every day, all day. So when hunger calls, answer it the right way. Head on over to KFC today. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Guam, are you ready? For one night only, Julian Marley and The Uprising, featuring the sounds of DJ Bonix, are coming to Guam at the Lime Event venue this February 14th. And the best part? Everyone is VIP. Experience roots, reggae, and pure Marley vibes live on Valentine's Day. But listen, tickets are extremely limited, and once they're gone for good. Don't wait. Get yours now at guamtime.net. That's guamtime.net. Brought to you by New Wave Studios Guam, Empire Realty, Star 101, Boss 104, and The Point. One night, one price, one legend.
Need publicity for your big events? We've got a great feature on The Point's website to help you get your happening noticed for free. Just go to thepoint.gu and look for the community button. Click on submit your event and then fill in the blanks. You can even upload your flyer. Once we approve it, it'll show up on all Choice Broadcasting websites. Did I say it was free? From 5Ks to car washes, lunch plates, fundraisers, whatever. Let us help you get the word out. Free! Get started on thepoint.gu.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
It is 1800 hours and 7 minutes. Time for Veterans with Benefits with their hosts Anthony Tyron and Corinna Ballista.
Happy New Year. Half a day. Welcome back, everyone.
Half a day.
Oh, look who's back. Look who's back, Jose.
And he's front, too.
And he's
way up front.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
All right. So, as always, want to thank our sponsors. Ambrose Inc., American Legion Post 1. That is... Yes, American Legion Post 1. Every second Saturday, steak day. Hebzibah Family Medical Clinic. 11Z's. I got their, what is this called again? Raspberry tea. Yes. They're right behind the radio station. They offer 11% discount for veterans and military. Domino's. Nobody knows like Domino's. JTC Services. Veteran owned. And the most services. Also veteran owned. Master Blasters, women owned, and the nonprofit organization HMI. My favorite part, Veteran of the Week. We do Veteran of the Week every week. So if you would like to nominate a Veteran of the Week, you can send me a message at 671-682-7631. 671-682-7631. Can't remember my number. It's a new year. Veteran of the Week, Master Sergeant Oscar Kabatik. I hope I'm saying that right. United States Air Force retired. Master Sergeant Kabatik served in the United States Air Force for over 24 years, entering active duty in August 1986. He culminated his distinguished career with retirement on August 2010 at Randolph Air Force Base, Texas. At the time of retirement, Master Sergeant Kabatik served under the 14th Component Maintenance Squadron, Air Combat Command, having developed deep expertise in precision measurement and technical operations. His primary military specialties were 2 Papa 071, Precision Measurement Equipment Laboratory Craftsman, with over 21 years' experience. His overseas assignments included multiple tours, contributing to national security and operational readiness, particularly from his home record of Guam, where his military journey began. Throughout his career, he demonstrated leadership, technical acumen, and dedication to excellence, as evidenced by his completion of several professional military education courses, which include Non-Commissioned Officer Preparatory Course, NCO Leadership School, NCO Academy, Apprentice Precision Measurement Equipment Laboratory School, Physical Measurement and Calibration Training. His exemplary service was recognized with numerous awards and decorations, including Meritorious Service Medal, Air Force Commendation Medal, Air Force Outstanding Unit Award, Air Force Good Conduct Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Global War and Terrorism Service Medal, Air Force Overseas Ribbon Short Tour, Air Force Overseas Ribbon Long Tour, Air Force Longevity Service Award, U.S. Air Force NCO PME Graduate Ribbon, and Air Force Training Ribbon. Master Sergeant Oscar Kabatik's long and honorable service stands as a testament to his commitment to the core values of the U.S. Air Force: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. His legacy of dedication continues to reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Let us thank him for his service. Veteran of the Week.
Congratulations.
Yay.
You sure you go get your pizza? Say hi to Dane for me, because I've been trying to say hi to him and he hasn't come see me
We're
yet.
going to corner him tomorrow.
We'll find him. We'll find him somewhere.
All right.
Thank you, Dane.
Yes.
Thanks, Domino's.
Veteran of the Week, January. It's January 2026. So start strong. Set your VA benefits in order for the new year. Happy New Year, veterans and families. 2026 is here, and it's the perfect time to do a quick benefits checkup. Whether you're newly separated or long retired, here are 3 quick actions you can take this month. Update your contact info on va.gov. Make sure the VA can reach you. Log into va.gov and confirm your mailing address, phone number, direct deposit info, and email. This helps avoid delays in claims, healthcare, and payments. Number 2, review your disability rating and claim status. If your condition has worsened or you haven't filed for secondary conditions tied to your service-connected disabilities, it may be time to request an increase or file a new claim. Don't leave benefits on the table. Number 3, enroll or re-enroll in VA healthcare. Enrollment doesn't happen automatically for all veterans. If you're not currently enrolled or your income or condition has changed, visit va.gov/healthcare. Check your eligibility. Even if you have private insurance or Medicare, VA care might cover services and prescriptions at a lower cost. Set a reminder. Check your life insurance options under VA, especially if you've had major life changes like retirement, marriage, or welcoming a new child. Let 2026 be the year you take full command of your benefits. Stay ready, stay informed, and as always, thank you for your service. Woohoo!
Very nice.
Yes.
So, with all that in mind, right, we also want them to go see a doctor.
Yes.
Right? We have to stay alive longer.
Yes.
Right? Because the longer we stay alive, the more we can take advantage of the benefits. And we often say, go get your benefits.
Yes.
And we get them, and then we don't use them. Right? So taking care of our health is probably one of the things that are going to be helpful for us throughout the year. And it's just not your physical health. It's also your mental health, right? So speaking of which, Gov Guam at the GMH and over at Guam Behavioral Health both help veterans there.
Yes.
So one way or the other, if you have health care through the VA, they accept that payment, or I guess we could call it insurance, right? Or they're covered, right?
Right.
Now, otherwise, if they're without means, just like everybody else that's able to take advantage of it, our veterans are also able to take advantage if they don't have any resources.
Right.
So what's important is for them to get over there and get that care, you know, and know that there are places that you can go to get the care.
Sorry, I'm trying to look at the our comments.
Oh, there's comments already?
I don't know. I'm trying to find them.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with my...
Well, while you're looking for them,
Yes.
we do have a boot camp starting tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
That will be at the Aston Mayor's office.
Aston Mayor's office,
And that
yes.
starts at 5:30 like usual. And then it goes on for a couple of hours, right? 5:30 to maybe 8:30. Sometimes we get to 9, depending on how excited the veterans are.
Yes.
And the information.
Yes. Oh, we have lots of comments. Let me start
Lots of
reading
comments.
them. Let
Oh,
me
boy.
start reading them. Frank and Chris Tidegui, half a day.
Frank and who?
Frank and Chris Tidegui.
Oh, I know those two.
Taitog? Taitog.
Hello, Tidegrees.
Half a day,
Awesome.
Karina and Anthony and veterans. Brendan Fausto, number 1. Let's go, veteran warfighters. You're still the one.
Mr. Fausto, we need to get you to keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for all that.
And Ishmael Velez, it's 1807 hours. Do you know where Maduro's at?
Whoa.
Brendan Fausto, LOL, gelled house rock. God. Joey Tovis, Huffaday fellow vets, and Marvin Ike Iseki, Huffaday HMI. It's a pleasure to join all your efforts in helping many veterans that were left behind, especially the Vietnam veterans. BIBA 2026.
Thank you.
Yes, BIBA. No, let me just check.
That's it?
Yes. I'm just making sure. Oh wait, no, one more. It's Doc.
Ooh.
Doc. Akoma.
Akoma.
He goes, Hafade HMI, Tony and Karina, watching from his motherland.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
He has internet.
I know, that's
He's on
interesting.
Wi-Fi.
He usually doesn't have
He
it.
answers his messages.
Didn't we announce him like we normally do every radio show?
Yeah. Doc, Anthony's saying, hey, is he still our sponsor? We hope to see you soon, Doc, when you get back.
Yeah, enjoy yourself while you're out there.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun.
So we didn't do a recap of 2025, but I mean, we did a lot.
Do we want to look back or do we want to move forward?
I think we want to move forward because
Really?
there's so many things we have to talk about.
Okay.
So, the one report that HMI sent out was I called it an annual report because, we've been collecting data for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
And the nonprofit organization that we're a part of, we've helped in the past year, we've helped 1,140 veterans. That's face-to-face. And then in the past 14 months, HMI has assisted over 447 veterans receive over $1 million in compensation and benefits. So compensation is money,
yes,
right? But along with that comes healthcare. Along with that comes access to VA home loans, access to education if they want to continue the education, access to free healthcare, free medicine, and there's other benefits that the VA offers in healthcare. Not only is it, I'm going to the doctor, get a full checkup, there's also specialty care, podiatry, right? You get shoes, socks,
and
back brace.
The last time I checked, our government needs help. So if all our veterans go up to GMH and get care there, we'll get some money in there. Right.
So that'll
That way, because
inject some money. Yeah.
Yeah, they get paid. The VA will pay the government of Guam. So maybe we need to start going there. Same thing with Guam behavioral health, right? So that equals jobs, right? Because if our veterans need health care and they need services, somebody has to provide those services. So, we don't have a lot of tourists coming into the island. So maybe our businesses should start trying to bring veterans to their locations and have the veterans spend some of their money so that they can keep them afloat.
And then that $1 million, that $1 million comes every month for the rest of their life.
Are you trying to say that the HMI group, from all their volunteers and all the folks that are helping, starting this month and by the end of the year, we would have brought in $12 million into the island. Is that correct?
Yes.
Actually, it's going to be more, right? Because the more we get our veterans to get their benefits, the more they get increases and the more they get to their compensation, right? That's money that goes in their pocket, right? And when that money goes in their pocket, right, they get to spend it, right, here on this island. So that's something we really want to do. Now, just imagine if we can bring more veterans from the region to spend that money here on this island. But we have to incentivize them. We have to find ways to start building on that. And I think already we're talking with Senator Jesse Lujan's office. Of course, we have Marvin Crisostomo over there, who's a veteran, a combat veteran. Yes. And, we're in discussions with them on how to take care and improve those, on top of all the other senators that are involved in the kinds of things that we do, right? We push out all the information that we can get our hands on so that we can keep our veterans well informed. And by doing that, we get a better veteran and
a better informed veteran.
Yes. And then their families can, rest assured that, there's services out there for them. The more we can do that, the better. We had a meeting with GVB, and we're trying to find ways to get GVB to be a conduit, right? So, good job on the GVB folks for, you know, putting that meeting together. So, you know, we really appreciate them.
Yep.
And there's more to come.
Yeah, so much stuff. I see a comment. What was that calendar stuff? Can I get a copy? We have a calendar?
Are we selling that already?
We're not selling the calendar.
Oh, they're usually free, right? Oh, okay, sorry.
Anthony's Mr. September.
Well, you know,
Jose's Mr. February.
we need to start doing that. Yes. What a great idea.
That'll be a gateful because I'm so huge.
We can do it like a watermark, right? And then, you know, we can make you even, well, I don't know how much more handsome we can make you, but we'll do our best.
I'm so glad you're back.
Hey, wasn't I nice to you?
Well, you didn't say what I said, so.
You were very nice, Corinne.
He got a hat.
You did a really great job.
He got a patch. Yeah. And Ray also thanks Ray Shinahara for filling in.
Oh, yes.
And he did a good job because
Yes, he did. He's a natural.
He's a Marine. And, you know, what comes out of Marines' mouths? They said, you cannot do that on the radio. He did a good job.
Yes.
Thank you, Ray.
Great guy.
Yes.
Doing great stuff for our veterans.
So moving forward, right, there were some things that were passed for veterans for 2026. And the most recent was the 2.8% increase. So it's the cost of living adjustment. So the Veterans Compensation Cost of Living Adjustment Act of 2025. So it ties the VA disability compensation and survivor benefits to the Social Security COLA. So now it will ensure automatic annual adjustments for inflation. For 2026, a 2.8% increase was announced. So not only did veterans receive a 2.8% increase in their compensation, but if they were also receiving Social Security benefits, they also saw a 2.8% increase.
So that's like the amounts to about $100 a month?
I think so.
So on top of that $1 million, we now have
I think you
$1,200.
calculated. I think you calculated it. It was about $2 million. If the numbers were correct for the 20,000 for Guam.
Oh yeah,
that would be a $2 million increase.
If everyone was at 100%
Right.
of the 20,000.
Yes.
Because the last number we got, which is what we talked about last year, and we got it from the congressman's office, was 20,000 plus.
Yes.
And I think we still got to work on that. And boy, we got a lot of work to do.
A
right?
lot
So
of work to
they passed the amendments, right, with Senator Sabrina.
Yes.
So now that requires them to start doing more work with the commission. Yes. And the director position needs to be adjusted again. Who knows?
Yeah. I was, talking with Uncle Johnny and Auntie Bobby and Charlie on the other, veteran radio show. And, Charlie made a comment. I know you didn't watch the show, but Charlie made a comment. He and I called in. He goes, yeah, I want to talk about the things that the commission did in 2025. The end. I said, what? So I was laughing when I called in and I said, Charlie, I agree with you, because all they do is kick stuff down the road. There was nothing that really got accomplished. And, meetings were not had. Things weren't published. I'm not sure. Hopefully things change in 2026. But like I told him and I told them, and what I said in the other radio show is, once leadership changes for the commission, then things might change. Things might happen.
Well, and, we have to look forward to positive things, right? Good things are coming, as we often say, right? And, things won't remain the same, right? So, if we want our veterans to feel like they're being supported and taken care of, right, we have to take care of them.
Right.
We have to support them, because if we don't do it, then, they're just going to be in the same place that they're at. And by the way, this is a debt we owe to them. When you serve, you get benefits after you serve.
Right.
Right? Whether you retire, but then if you were damaged somehow or another, right? The VA comes in and takes care of you. Now, there might be other people out there that might think, oh, no, you can't do that. Or there'll be people out there that says, well, I'm still strong. And, well, if you're still strong, you can still file. and the VA will tell you you're 0%. So more importantly, it's to get you to count for our numbers. And I think our speaker, the last time I checked, last legislature was supposed to be Therese Terlahi was speaker. They're supposed to be doing the count.
Oh, no, they're supposed to be getting a report from the GOVA office.
Well, but whether they get the report or not is not something that we have to worry about, is it?
But I think if they receive the report on time, then it would have. I mean, I know it's law. They're supposed to. The GOVA office was supposed to keep track and keep count of the numbers, the veteran registry on Guam, and they're supposed to provide a report annually to the speaker of the legislature. And if they were doing their job, then the OPA report that was produced, sent out, would not have found that their only count started in 2017 to 2025 was only 1,000 veterans.
The problem is there's no consequences. You don't do your job, it's okay. We wait for the next election and you go back in.
Now that having that law passed, it was passed, right, and signed into law. Bill was passed, signed into law that the commission now has a more of a voice in GOVA. What's the language again?
So go ahead. So the GOVA director would take some direction from the commission, but right now the commission leadership doesn't really have direction. So I think if the leadership changes, then maybe something will happen.
Okay, so I'm again looking forward. That would probably generate better and more activity at the GOVA office. Well, you're always going to go better from zero.
And you know, you really got to wonder, right, when we have people that step into positions or step into an office, don't you got to do work? Isn't that what you get paid to do? You got to do something. I mean, if you're just going to sit there and collect a paycheck, maybe you need to retire, right? Because that's what retirement's about, sitting back and collecting a paycheck. But if you were designated as a person that needs to do something, then maybe we need to start taking a look at, you know, what those duties and responsibilities are and start taking care of that, right? I mean, first things first, right? You got to show up, right? So you got to come to work. And once you're there at work, you know, maybe you devise a plan. I don't know. Do something, you know? So your job is to take care of veterans. So by golly, if somebody calls you and there's an issue, take care of that issue, right? And how can you say you are a commission for the veterans and all the veterans organizations, and you don't even know who those organizations are, right? You can't, you fall under being an entity of the government somehow, and yet you can't go get those resources. And if I remember correctly, we have some people that are in the commission who work for the administration. So if you work for the administration and you're on the commission and you cannot go get information from another agency, we must be having problems. I don't know what those problems are, but, you know, the last time I checked, I've spoken to the folks at DISIT. I've spoken to the folks at, you know, the Social Security office. We've spoken to Joe Meno and Jose San Agustin. So if the commission can't get information, then maybe they need to ask somebody to help them, right? And this is a way for us to really start, you know, looking at how to do things, right? And looking at doing things, right? So, I mean, it's not that hard. Either you pick up the phone or you drive, right? We're not an hour away from anybody on this island. Drive over to that place. There will be people there. Write a memo. Put your name on it. Put your number on it. Ask them to call you back. If they don't, have somebody sign that they received that letter and report back to the veterans. I went to this agency. They signed it. Here's proof. And they didn't want to do anything for me. I mean, if that's how bad it is. But anyway.
Let's take a break.
Really?
You're listening to Veterans with Benefits on 93.3. You can call in us 671-888-TALK. We'll be right back.
Coming January 24th to the UOG Cowboy Fieldhouse. The Cover Girls live on Guam. Angel, the original Cover Girl, and her iconic voice singing all their hits like Because of You, Promise Me, Inside Out, and Show Me. Joining them on stage, the Queen of Dance, EDM, and Freestyle. Shannon. Also, 90s freestyle diva singing all her hits, Jocelyn Enriquez.
Radio plays our favorite song, and it's what keeps me holding on.
Brought to you by Choice Broadcasting, Trivision Media, and Cherry Media. This is a Jams Media show you don't want to miss. Tickets and info at guamtime.net.
Well, hello there, Guam. Colonel Sanders here. When it comes to big flavor and real value, nobody does it like KFC. Pot pie, fries, and a drink, $7.50. Wow! The best chicken sandwich on Guam with fries and a drink, $7.50. Wow! Crispy chicken strips, side and a drink, $7.50. Wow! That's wow! $7.50 every day, all day. So when hunger calls, answer it the right way. Head on over to KFC today. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
The Point, Boss 104, and Star 101, in collaboration with the Micronesia Mall, present the second annual Health and Wellness Expo. Check us out in the Center Court, Saturday, January 17th, from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. Spend the first part of 2026 making new choices with us. Enjoy an array of healthcare businesses showcasing how they can help you create a journey of wellness. Pick up some new healthy habits at our Health and Wellness Expo 2026. Brought to you by Take Care, Guam Cancer Care, ATVS, G6 Fitness, Toto Guam Foundation, International Sports Center, and Island Cancer Center.
Before we start,
yeah,
you didn't let me say hi to Knox, Aaliyah, and my mom. Jose, we need to start putting that in the... Thank you, Jose. Thank you for reminding me. He sent me a text.
Oh, he did?
Yes. He goes, man, you leave for a couple of shows and my goodness.
2026.
Yeah. Thanks, Jose. You're so nice. I'm sure Knox, Aaliyah, and my mom will appreciate it.
What's the sound effect for an eye roll?
We're going to work on that. Let me ask the AI.
Sorry.
Anyway, okay,
got sidetracked on my little list here.
Lots of things to do. Okay,
yes, there's a lot. So let me just read these comments here. No way should veterans be subjected to GMH. This is coming from Johnny Utah. They deserve a clean, safe hospital like Big Navy. I would never recommend veterans to go to GMH. Not safe.
Just to be clear out there. And for clarifications, and I know Johnny Utah, he used to be an employee over there, and he's a really great, I think you're a technician. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And there are good people there at GMH.
Thank you.
We have a management administration problem, which trickles down to a morale problem, but I guarantee you there are some very awesome people that are working there doing their best.
And with the rest of the government of Guam, you know.
Yes. We're all on life support.
And many of these folks are our people, right? When I say that, these are people that are our friends, our relatives, our families that work within the government. We just get this kind of really bad branding.
No, it's deserving.
It's deserving.
It is. But without going into it, he makes a good point, though, for a need for a very specific place for health care for veterans. There is the Veterans Clinic, and the Naval Hospital is not the place for it. You know, you guys know that I was there recently. Yes. Not myself, but a relative of mine.
Yes.
A survivor of a veteran and a retiree. Which still puts you at the bottom of the list. The main mission of the Naval Hospital is for active duty, and then next their dependents. And I understand that because there's a reason for that. That's the structure of the military. But we need a veterans hospital to be specific for veterans.
Well, so I've often been corrected by many people that we can never get a hospital here. So, you know, I like to take the opportunity to say that, you know, when we built Camp Blas, we built it for a potential conflict that is not even here. That is, in essence, it hasn't manifested just yet. Now you're telling me we can't build a medical facility for veterans. Now these are real veterans. These are people that actually are here. And if you can talk about we can pump money into a potential conflict, but for a true, real, existing human life of veterans, a bunch of them here on this island, we couldn't even build a medical facility. Not a good picture, you know.
There's a good population of veterans on this island.
Yeah, and again, right, we're building for a potential war that may never come. But yet we have real people here on this island. And oh, by the way, when you talk about the Naval Hospital, we've been talking about this for a couple of years now. There is an MOU with, you know, the VA and with the hospital up there. As a matter of fact, they've opened up the first floor for veterans. Now, they haven't announced it. Now, I'm going to call them out like I often do. You know, the CBOC and the Naval Hospital, we have been doing, you know, symposiums. We're on number 5, and we've invited these federal counterparts to come out and tell our veterans what is available to them. Now, if you don't want to tell them for, I don't know, are you not telling this to the veteran because there's some national security that they can't know that their service is there for them? I find that hard to believe, right? But I just feel that when we start talking about are there services here, if you're not telling the veteran where the services are, we have a problem. If you're telling the veteran, well, Hawaii is in charge of us at the CBOC, and if you want to know more information, just go online. I'll have you know as a CBOC director or whoever's in charge up there, not every veteran is able to get online. And if they can't get online, how are you going to get them to get this information?
Forgive my lack of vernacular here, so I'm going to do my best to fake it. Are there any statistics, if not nationally, but locally, how many service members who aren't from this island decide to separate here on Guam when they decide to end their service in the military?
Yeah, so they have not done that yet. And those were one of the questions that we had asked in the past. Now, one of the reasons we have a tough time with having veteran services today, as it relates to the buildup, General Hashimoto actually mentioned to me, he's no longer a general, but he's one of the high-ranking folks out of Hawaii. And what he mentioned to me was, we here on Guam did not pursue any of those services. We did not let the federal government know or the build-up people know that we needed services. So that was a problem for us.
Who would be the person they listen to?
Well, here we go again.
Agency or entity or?
Well, that's a good question, because I think over the break, I think we were reviewing the NDAA. Remember the NDA that we spoke about was now when veterans, military, active duty military are separating, either they're retiring, separating, joining the Guard or Reserve, they're not only going to get that transition briefing, but they're also they're required now to tell them about their benefits, their VA benefits, besides just.
Oh, that's right.
Right. So it's
that's
not
the part I was talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's in the NDA that they have to actually chase them and talk about it. And I'm not sure if they help them connect them with the VA. I'm not sure what it is, but in the language it said it's going to be part of it. You can't just talk about it. You actually have to go in depth with it.
Very good.
About their VA benefits.
Yeah, it's about time, right? But who's doing that already?
So it should be active duty. Should be Anderson
TAPS?
and Navy.
The TAPS program, right?
Should be, yes.
Well, but outside of TAPS, who do you have?
HMI.
What do they do? What does HMI do? They do outreach?
Yeah, so HMI, which is the nonprofit organization that you and I are part of, we have monthly benefit boot camps every month.
Very
our
good.
next one starts tomorrow. That is our very first one of 2026 starts tomorrow. Yeah. It will be at the Assen Mayor's office, starting from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. You can register. You can send me a message at 671-682-7631 or our website, www.hmiguam.com, and we can send you the registration form. And if you can't do those two, then you could just show up and we'll register you there. Right. And it's absolutely free. It's 3 days, whether you filed a claim, never filed a claim. If you're a surviving spouse who doesn't know about dependency indemnity compensation, please come. So that's a benefit for surviving spouses or dependents or parents. Now, these are dependents that are 18 years younger. These are not dependents who are 50 years old and their parents were veterans. No. It's a...
Darn it.
No, I'm sorry. It's the surviving spouses. And then, so it's 3 days long. First day, we go over intro, right, to VA benefits. Second day, we go over required forms. Third day, we go over what to expect after you file your claim. I mean, those are summaries of the days, but we do a lot. We do two hands-on activities. We go in depth on day one about the law, what's covered.
Yeah, and you know, right, so we have a lot of outreach. And once again, if they're not tuning in and if they're folks that are supposed to be public information officers, or we're going to say it again, we've been saying it on this radio show, Admiral Lasky, everyone in charge up there for all the organizations, we are having a summit up at Anderson. Please come out.
Right.
Bring some of your people, you know, let them discuss the things that are going on and, you know, help the local veterans understand how things are going to improve for them and how they can, you know, take advantage of these things. And that's at some point, Admiral Lasky,
so that
you are going to be one of these veterans, and you will seek care. And we want to make sure that you get all the best care that you can as a veteran as well.
Right. So what you're talking about is our second annual summit.
Oh, that's right.
That will be held at Anderson Air Force Base Sunrise Conference Center, February 11 to 13. Yes. Registration, I think, is at 7:30 a.m. Also, if you want to register for that one, you can send me a message, 671-682-7631, or to our email, veterans.hmiguam@gmail.com, or to a website, www.hmiguam.com.
And big thank you to Ed Biakin up there. This is the second year he's pushing this out. And all his team up there, the MWR and all the folks that make this happen. You know, our veterans are grateful for that. And being that it's on base, right, we could bring in some of the folks about to exit out of the service, and they can learn a lot of really good information. And it's really open to everybody. You know what I mean? I think when we first started it, I think we had a little bit of our eye on the active duty folks.
Right.
But our veterans can go on there. And I think if we're working in conjunction with the Assen office, as well as the governor and lieutenant governor's office, right, they might be able to put in a good word up there so that we can really work on trying to get those that might have a difficult time accessing to still access and, you know, go up there and take advantage. If we can get a concert for people to go up there, why can't we get our veterans through that gate and help them? But it's just a matter of preparing it and getting it together. I think last year was a little bit tougher, but maybe this year we'll be able to do it.
Yes.
I see a conference and a concert.
Yes.
You never know. Well, you know, Ed Biakin up there, right, and the folks up there at MWR, right, they're really looking at trying to do as many things as they can for our active duty and also incorporate even our local folks, right? And what better way to do it to get our veterans up there, you know, take advantage of the services, which they're allowed to go up there and, you know, utilize the MWR resources as well. So it'll be great.
What do you guys say to veterans who haven't really taken advantage of services like this, or even registered, who say, I already left the military and I want to deal with them again? Is veteran services similar to how the structure and everything else goes in the military itself?
We do waterboarding, sir.
No.
See?
No.
Sorry, wrong show.
You understand the question?
Yes. I want to answer that question and all the others when we come back from the break. So, yes? Hello? Jose? Yes.
Yay.
All right. You're listening to Veterans with Benefits on 93.3. We'll be right back.
The holidays have arrived. More of us are out and about, creating even busier roads and longer traffic lines to get our shopping done. This is a friendly reminder to all motorists to be mindful and courteous on our island roads. You're partying? Have fun, but be sure to have a designated driver. No matter how busy or how much fun you're having, remember to drive safe. Someone loves you. This message is brought to you by Proline Automotive.
Burger King's double cheeseburger line is here. The classic double, bacon double, and rodeo double. The classic features 2 flame grilled beef topped with pickles, ketchup, mustard, and melty American cheese on a warm sesame seed bun. The bacon with pickles, ketchup, mustard, melty American cheese, and crispy savory bacon. And the rodeo filled with the melty American cheese, tangy barbecue sauce, and onion rings, making a meal with cheesy tots and a refreshing Coca-Cola. BK's new double cheeseburgers. Available for a limited time only at BK. You rule.
And we're back. So, to address your question, Jose, what do we tell the veterans who, when we ask them to file their claim and they say no, I don't deserve it, that's not for me, save it for everyone else? I've just got to say, it's your benefit. You earned it. If you feel like you don't deserve it, how about you go to the doctor? If the doctor says, hey, your back is most likely due to that time when you fell down a ladder while you were in service, then yes.
And right, right now here on Guam, right, there's a certain way that doctors look at our veterans, and more importantly, they want to try to help them. They want to treat them, but many of them might not quite understand the VA claims process. And once they do, it'll make it a little bit easier for veterans to receive some level of service that would help them with their claim. But
yes. Oh, we have some comments. Let me read this.
Sure.
So same. Johnny, Utah. I started out at 0%, gave up, and then refiled 10 years later, and they backpaid me to that initial filing. So yes, file. He said the DAV is the best one, great advocate. So DAV is...
Disabled American Veterans?
Yes, Disabled American Veterans. They are great, Johnny. A veteran went through them, and you know what they did? Not only did the VA send the veteran a status letter, so did the DAV, and the DAV broke it down. They said, this is what was denied, this is what was approved, this is what it means. And I read that letter and I was like, wow, that was amazing. I don't know why we don't have one here. There should be a chapter here. And then you also said, I don't see why an addition to the Naval Hospital couldn't be added onto for veterans. Guam also needs a veterans home like each state has. The veterans home would solve a lot of the problems veterans have on Guam.
Really?
I agree.
So we haven't talked about that here, have we?
We have.
Yes, we have.
A lot.
As a matter of fact.
We have a lot. We have talked about a lot.
We have actually had some discussions with this administration, early days, talking about it. For whatever reason, the bureaucracy that we have to deal with, maybe just I think there's a term they call it, right? Political will, or I don't know. They use other terms to say that it just wasn't in the numbers. We couldn't do it.
Is it a federally funded but state-run institution?
Yes, that's correct. And really, it just requires somebody to really take it and do something with it, right? We gotta move it forward. We can't just say, oh, we want it, and then next week we go do something else, or we forget about it, and it's just not on our on our radar. And so this was one of the things that, you know, we speak about referendum, and, you know, Bob Kelly says, you'll never win with a referendum. You need a 50% plus one, blah, 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 blah.
Watch Bob Cullen.
But I love Bob. I love it when he shoots it down, because what that means is we can do it, you know. It's going to be hard, but we're going to do
Challenge accepted.
So anyhow, as it relates to the state veterans home, right? I'm in conversation with some folks that want to put a medical facility. They would like to turnkey it, as well as a state veterans home. Now, I'm not at liberty to tell you who these investors are, but
we've talked about it.
But we want to. I mean, it's something that we got to look at. Even more than that, if we can really work together, and we got a lot of really good folks, you know, that understand how these things work, how the federal government works, and we really need to start talking to the leadership. Admiral Lasky and that group of folks over there, they are awesome. I'm telling you, I've met Admiral Lasky. I've met the Sergeant Major that was there, and some of his crew that was here previously last year. And I don't know that they're all still around, but awesome professional people that really are looking out for how they can really integrate into the island and take care of, you know, really bringing some more resources out here. So that's going to be some good stuff. And that may include, of course, you know, help with them talking about getting us a better medical facility, talk with how to get us a state veterans home. We, as a people, if our government is not going to do it, we're going to do it. We need to do it. We can't expect somebody else is going to do it and think that, you know, everything's going to be okay. So
He also says, I thought the veterans home that is in Gulfport, Mississippi is in every state. I just found out it's one of two. My dad was in the Gulfport, Mississippi veterans home. It's really nice. If there's Guam veterans that are alone and can't take care of themselves, look into the Gulfport, Mississippi veterans home. Ricky Barrow says, good job. More information for veterans will make life on the rock easy. Johnny Atule Taitano. Hey. Johnny and Bobby Atule are both watching. Hello. I mentioned you guys earlier. Johnny Utah says it's called the Armed Forces Retirement Home. So that's different. Yeah. So Johnny Utah Armed Forces Retirement Home is different from a veterans home.
A state veterans
home. Right. And then Philip Cruz says he's watching. We have a call?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Should we take it?
Yes.
It's a guy named Rick.
Rick.
Yes. Okay.
For taking my call.
Half a day, Rick.
Half a day. Thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
sir. Just good news. Aunt of mine was able to get DIC.
Awesome.
And amazing because HMI pursued the application not even knowing there were records that existed out there. And what happened is they tied his cause of death to Agent Orange.
Oh my gosh, good job.
Although it was a respiratory failure, it was amazing that the bureaucracy, the good fine doctors within VA can really hone in on root causes.
Awesome.
Which is another reason why veterans and spouses should not wait to file their claim. You know, that's one of the things, Jose, you were asking earlier, what a veterans, what would you tell them if they say, well, I don't want to do it, I don't want to file it. There are others that say, I can't do it because I don't have my DD-214 or I don't have my records. You do not need records because what we talked about, we recorded our podcast today, right? And one of the things we talked about was duty to assist. The VA is required to go find those records for you. So veterans, don't wait, just file.
Yes.
And as a last note, make sure you have it. If you know a veteran or their spouse, who the veteran passed away, whoever it is, nephew, brother, sister, get them in front of the people who know about these things and let them pursue it. Because if you're just gonna wait till they do it on their own. And last thing, it also comes with aid and attendance if the spouse should need it in the future.
That's right, and that's really good, and that's what you're talking about is on top of a veteran filing. But when we talk about the DIC rate, what you're talking about is when the veteran passes, now the spouse gets some help, right? And if it's been years since your aunt had received it, I mean, it's well deserved now, and imagine what she can do and how her lifestyle can be improved, and then it's also more jobs again for our people on our island, and just money that these people are entitled to, these spouses, right? They're entitled to that money. So, why don't we want to give it to them? Well, and
keep up the good work.
And likewise for you too, Rick, for really paying attention and taking care of your aunt, right? Without you, right, it would have been difficult, and we need more good folks like you.
Oh yes, Rick, you were a big advocate of hers. I remember every boot camp you would stand up and talk to the spouses and say, "Hey, spouses, file." Yes. And another reminder is, hey, if you are common law living with the veteran, please, guys, go get married. Because DIC, one of the requirements is that you have to be married for a year. We try to help a veteran spouse who they were only married for 11 months, and then another one only married for 3 months, but they were together for over 20 years. So because, VA requires marriage for DIC, veterans, if you're with your significant other, make sure you get married soon, ASAP.
Thank you, HMI.
All right. Hey, thanks, Rick. You have a good one. We appreciate the call.
All right. That's a lie. We didn't even get to talk about everything else.
Yes, and with all the information we're pushing out, sometimes it sounds like we're making disparaging remarks. Well, here's the thing: when we start saying that things are really nice and everything's okay and all the benefits are there, all the services and medical facilities and state veterans home, if they're all there and everything's ready to go and we don't have any problems, then we might be in heaven. But we're not. So what I'm saying is, we need to continue to do this hard work. We all need to come together and we need to work. And, sometimes if it's hurting, right? If some of the comments are piercing, if some of the comments make you feel like, man, they're saying bad things about me, right? Maybe it's a way to say, hey, tell me what I need to do. You know what I mean? And that's your responsibility, most especially if you are in a leadership position or you are representing the people. You need to go find out what needs to get done.
Yes.
And maybe that'll be the best way for you to achieve that and work towards it. You got a whole year ahead of you. So,
2026 is the year. Yes, like I said earlier, check your benefits, start new, see what's going on, update your information. Bill Salisbury says, Biba, HMI, Happy New Year.
Awesome. And then I also got a message from Jean.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. We're getting messages all over the place.
Do we get one from Under the Sea? Jose?
I didn't see.
Oh, I'm going to.
You couldn't see Under the Sea?
I didn't see Under.
I wonder if he's on island or off island.
Isn't that like a song?
Under the Sea.
Yes.
In Octopus's Garden.
SpongeBob?
In the shade. The Beatles.
All right.
The young whippersnapper.
Good things are coming. Thank you all for listening in, and we'll see you again next Monday. If you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem.
All right. We'll see you all next week.
The Point is KUSG, Hagåtña, Guam, 93.3 FM and 104.3 HD3. HD3.
Waiting for arraignment. Fox News, I'm Sue Guzman. Attorney General Pam Bondi is promising the law will come down hard on deposed Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, who was captured by the U.S. Saturday. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson has more.
President Trump's attorney general out with a new statement from many federal agencies saying that Maduro had been asked for a long time to step down and should have heeded President Trump's warning. I'll read from this statement in part. It says, quote, "The United States pursued every lawful option to resolve this matter peacefully. These opportunities were repeatedly rejected. The responsibility for this outcome rests solely with those who chose to continue criminal conduct rather than disengage." And President Trump says that the United States will be offering a hand to help rule Venezuela. The president did not rule out putting American troops on the ground.